I think today is gonna go down in history, bro, as one of the
Yeah,
best days in franchise history, in Wizards franchise history.
I sure as hell hope so.
I hope so too.
The second pick will be made by the Washington Wizards.
Varius.
Yeah, we back. We back.
Yeah.
Shit. Bro Jones.
Tron Jacobs was there, and we just two Wizards fans. Excited to be back, baby.
Yes, man. Good to see you, brother. How are you, man?
You too. You too. I'm good, man. I'm blessed and highly favored. You already know.
Hey, likewise, my guy. And I think that all Wizards fans today, today was a pretty good day. You know what I mean? If you are watching and you are just now finding out, the Wizards did get the number 2 pick in the upcoming 2024 NBA draft. And there's lots of reaction around it, lots of things to get into around it. T, I ain't gonna waste nobody's time here. What's your thoughts on the pick, man?
So I'm cool with it. I'm happy. I'm happy because we have a history of just not getting what we deserve. So I had a fear that we would end up with like 4 or 5. You know what I mean? So 2, I'm cool with 2. I mean, it's in the name, so it fits. But I would have loved that first pick. I would have loved it. You know what I mean? But I'll take the second pick. I'm not mad at that. I think that it's going to be a great opportunity for us to get such a high pick. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. What about you?
It's about I'm about the same, but I'm gonna take it up a notch here though, because I do feel like that this is one of the best things that could have happened to this franchise in more than 10 years. I mean, the last thing I can think of was when John Wall got pick number 1 back in like 2010, and I up until then I can't really think of too many things to be high on. I think that us being the number 2 pick in this year's draft alone is important. It's important for us to be. It's important for us not to necessarily have the number 1 pick because of the fact that there will be so much pressure going into making the right selection at number 1. Whereas you let Atlanta, congrats to Atlanta, by the way, let them go ahead and make the pick. And then it kind of falls on us to then really take the actual best player, which it could be a lot of different guys. I personally think that this is a pretty decent draft. I mean, we're going to get into some of the guys we like here shortly, but overall, my reaction to this, I'm high on this. I am high on the fact that we got the number 2 pick versus number 6. We had the potential to go as low as number 6. Sorry to Detroit, man, they fell all the way to number 5. I felt for them, but hey, tough break, niggas. Hey, so
bang.
Hey,
Facts.
but we'll take that number 2 pick, and I'm happy with it, man. So and I think fans will agree as well. And let us know how you feel, T. Let them know where they can find us at and where they can talk to us.
Hey, holler at us. You can either text or call 571-572-0977. Let us know what you're thinking, man. And don't forget, you can also get at us at 2 Wizards Fans, IG and Twitter. Let us know what your questions are. If you have an interesting take, send it to us. Let us know.
We want to know, man. And what I want to know out of you is about these picks, man, about these players, these prospects coming up here, because I think we could be looking at a potential key contributor to a championship team in the next couple of years. All right, that's what I'm thinking out of this number 2 pick. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm pretty optimistic with this. So I want to play something a little bit different here. We're gonna bring a new segment into the Two Wiz fans realm here. All right, and we're gonna call this Wiz Was, and that's right. The acronym was WAS is an acronym for wish, avoid, and should. And we're gonna ask those questions right when it comes to these prospects. Who do you wish the pick would be, right? Who do you wish that we would avoid? And who do you think it should be, right? So I'm gonna kick it to you, T. Who do you think, or matter of fact, who do you wish?
That's probably the toughest one. I wish we could go back and get Wemby.
Bang, bang, bang.
That's what the fuck I wish.
Yes, Lord. That would have saved the whole franchise. God damn, man.
Honestly, anyway, I don't know that I have a specific wish, just because I think that for me, if I could have like best case scenario, like my true wish, I wish we could get a second lottery pick from somebody with some of the assets that we have. So I would rather do that than wish for a specific player, because I think that if we could get a second lottery pick, we have two very, very open windows in our roster, and to be able to get both of those filled in the lottery would be phenomenal, I think. So I apologize because I'm a little off of the rules, but I think that's going to be my wish. Okay. As far as my avoid, or do you want to do your wish first? You want to go ahead?
Well, I want to piggyback on what you said about the lottery, right? About 2 picks in the lottery, and I feel like we can do it. There's a team that I think we should keep on our radar, and it is OKC at number 12. Mm-hmm. OKC, we see what they're doing right now. They're on the come up. These guys, give them the next 5 years, that they're going to be in the mix of things. They need more key contributors. Mm-hmm. I could see Kuz fitting with that team.
Yeah.
And granted, he's our biggest trade piece right now. I love the guy. He wants to be here. I want him to be here. But then again, I mean, we got to think about, like you said, the assets, about the future. Mm-hmm. So I think Kuz and that number 12 pick, if we could flirt around with that, and somehow make that happen, I feel like that could work. And there's a lot of good guys in that range. I mean, we're talking Cody Williams out of Colorado. You know, that's Jalen Williams' brother. You know, that plays for the Thunder. So that's that. You know, there's some decent guys in that range that could potentially be there. So I agree. Now, as far as my wish, who I wish that we could get, I wish it would be Reed Shepherd out of Kentucky. Okay. Mm-hmm. That white boy can play. You know what I mean? I would say, man, that boy can play. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm talking about, he has all the intangibles and that I've seen, as well as the skill set to match. And I just think that he could fit in what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? He's just a really dope player. But him and I feel like Jordan Poole would kind of, I don't know,
clash a little bit.
Rock the boat. Yeah. So that's my wish.
Yeah. Hey,
would you? Yeah.
I respect it. I like it.
Who are you avoiding?
Anybody at the 2, 3, or 4 position, the hell out of here. We don't we don't need that shit. Again,
I'm breaking the rules. You just eliminated the whole position,
right?
Man.
So listen. So for me, I think that we have a solid. Okay, let me rephrase that. Maybe it's 2 and the 2 and the 3. If we had a good power forward, okay, whatever. I don't want to take them in the lottery, but I'd be happy getting a good power forward. But I don't think we need to focus on a shooting guard or a small forward. I just don't. We got Bilal, we got Denny, we got Jordan Poole, we got Corey. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of assets, a lot of weapons in those 2 roles that I think that if we go down that route, that's some Tommy Shepard bullshit.
Bang, bang, bang.
And we ain't dealing with Tommy no more. You know what I mean? So like, but as this being our first real draft, with them being able to do with Will Dawkins and Michael Winger being able to do like their thing. You know what I mean? Like this being the real first draft for them. I think that there's some nerves on my end because I want to make sure that they do the right thing. I mean, granted, they went out and got Bilal this past year. I'm super impressed with the kid. So I have faith, but I'm also nervous, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just don't want a shooting guard or a small forward. I really don't even want a power forward. But if we got one, I probably wouldn't complain as much because it's a little looser there. We're not as deep in the power forward area.
Okay. I agree. I agree there. And to throw a name out there, the one guy actually that is being projected to go to us is that kid out of France. Zachary Rissachet, I think his name.
Yeah.
I probably just fucked your name up. I'm sorry, bro. But
that's why I didn't say it. I couldn't remember his name. But yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. That's my pick as far as the avoid, man. I don't think that we need him. He seems like a decent player, but he doesn't pop to me. He's not, like I said, a Reece Shepherd where, you're going to get like a lot of different skill sets out of him. I feel like that. Although they say that the kid Zachary has it, I just didn't see it. I looked at some film on him. I didn't necessarily see it, man. You know what I mean? But
I completely feel you. He didn't stand out to me. I mean, we probably saw the same thing. I saw some film on him. I'm not going to say he was bad. I wouldn't dare say that. Like, he's definitely going to be an NBA player, I think. But I don't see him being somebody that I'm taking in the lottery with a team that we are really focusing on building, growing, trying to make something like for the future, right? So, like, he had some... From what I heard, he has some skill sets that are going to be good for him and they're going to be useful, but I just don't think it's what we need at the time when we have players in that same role with similar or better skill sets. Yeah, I mean, so like if let's say he's going to be the 3, okay, so you're third off the bench then. Like, do we really need a third person in that role with a similar game? Like, no, like it just don't make sense to me. But yeah, but I agree with you.
Hell no to the no, hell to the no. But hey, I hope he ain't the pick, because if he is, we're gonna be eating our words with this this whole episode.
I mean, hey, as long as he ends up good, then I don't care. I'll eat my words. That's fine. But at the same time, like,
it would be a good
I'm going to be honest with how I feel. So it is what it is.
Well, give us some honesty here and tell us, man, who you think it should be. Who should the pick be at number 2?
All right. So obviously, in my mind, we need a point guard. We need a center. I want to say Alexander Sarr, but I don't think. Honestly, I think Atlanta might take him. I think there's a good chance Atlanta takes him, even though they play well at the center position currently. But when you have a player available like that, I think that makes it hard to kind of pass on. So that would be my pick, but I'm going to do a contingency pick, let's call it, because I don't know that he's going to be there for us. And if that's the case, I'm going to say, actually, I got 2 people. I'm going to say either Stephon Castle or Rob Dillingham, because those were the 2 point guards that really stood out to me. I like Castle's game because he's one of the types of point guards that's actually going to take it to the rim on you. He's going to like try to get to the basket, like, and I'm cool with that because he's a little bit bigger. He's got a game that gets him to the rim. That means free throws. Yeah, I mean, that gives us free opportunities to get extra buckets. It also means that we have opportunities to get the other team in foul trouble. So I'm cool with that. And then on the other end of that, with Dillingham, he just seems like he has a good overall game. I think both of them have good defensive abilities, which is going to be something that we need. Our big focus, I think, this year really needs to be focusing in on having a defensive identity.
Hell yeah.
We can score. We can score. That's never been our problem. Our problem is being able to shut others down. Like, we need to stop other teams from scoring. That's the problem. So we really need a defensive identity. And if we can't get Alexander Sarr, I think that we're probably in my mind, I think we're probably leaning more towards a point guard, because I don't think there's another real big name in the lottery for a center like that really stands out to me. There's other good centers. That Edie boy from Purdue, like, you know what I mean? So there's definitely other good centers, but are they second pick good?
Hey, I look, so just so you know, I agree with you. It should be Alex Sarr. However, I mean, he might not make it to number 2, you know what I mean? Because he's projected to go to Atlanta at 1. But if Atlanta, they pass on him, that should be the pick.
Yes, take it.
However, my contingency, and I do like Castle. I like Castle. I don't know, I'm iffy about taking him at number 2. But like I said, there's more I need to learn on him. But the name that I want, that I'm surprised you did not say, Donovan Clingan. Castle's teammate. I mean, that 7'3", 280 pounds.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Bruh, I mean, we're talking like Gortat times like 2.0. You know what I mean? That's kind of like pick and roll is gonna be a little crazy, man. So that's just me. You know what I mean?
No, you're absolutely right. I didn't even think about it. Because as soon as I saw Sarr's name as potential first pick for Atlanta, I automatically was like, all right, well, I guess we're going to get a point guard. So I didn't even give it another thought. But you're right. Because he would be good, and I'm still concerned with the point guard role just because of how important that is. But I guess I have to be mindful that Jordan Poole can run. He's the point if we need him to.
Highest paid, man. Team, man.
There's just a lot of things to work out. But that's for another show. This is just
we'll talk about it. Well, yeah, we got plenty of time to talk about the off season, all that fun stuff. But hey, that was was good stuff, man. Yeah, definitely looking forward to doing that again. So before we go ahead and wrap up for today, another segment that we wanted to introduce to everybody: One Random Wizard. That's right. So One Random Wizard. We just want to go back. We just want to show some love, man, to some of the previous wizards in the past, man. And one name I'm gonna throw out here, and the only reason I'm gonna go out here and throw this name is because this was one of our lottery picks back in 2003. And at number 10, Jarvis Hayes. Hayes, man, back in 2003, man, sharpshooter. Definitely, I would say decent role player, you know, for years. I mean, he had some years where he was starting and stuff, and he was a part of that whole Gilbert run and everything, and just stuck out to me when I was watching the lottery today, and I was thinking about some of our previous lottery picks. I was like, you know what? Shout out to Jarvis Hayes, man. So that's our one random wizard. So what's your thoughts on Jarvis, man?
I liked Jarvis Hayes. I thought like you said, he was a solid role player. He did what he needed to do. He gave us good energy, and he was there in a time where like the Wizards were getting excited again. You know what I mean? Like they like that Gilbert Arenas era, like that was exciting basketball. We never made it where we needed to go, but I'd be damned if it wasn't exciting basketball.
It was exciting, man. Big what if.
So I mean, you gotta have a lot of respect for pretty much anybody that was in that era, those teams, because I'd be damned if that wasn't exciting basketball. It was just fun to watch.
Very fun. Hey, and this is always fun too, man.
For sure.
And as always, folks, we want to hear from you. Let us know. Hey. Hit us up. Call, text.
Please. Call me.
Hit us up by IG, Twitter, all that good stuff, man. Yeah. Hey, for your boy Rome Jones
and Tron Jacobs, we just two Wizards fans. Y'all take care.
Later.
The Varius